How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now, and I really do appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. Before I get started with today's video, I just want to thank everybody that wished me happy birthday. My son and his girlfriend came up for about 3 days, and a good time was had by all. Alright, so let's get into today's video. The New Mexico governor has caused a spike in gun sales. If there is a great slapstick comedy award in the world of guns, that award for 2023 rightfully belongs to New Mexico Governor Lujan Grisham after she issued her executive order. The governor found herself marooned on an artificial island she created using garbage gun control regulations. Local officials, including the Albuquerque mayor, city police chief, the Everytown endorsed Bernalillo County sheriff, the county district attorney abandoned her quickly. The biggest humiliation came from the New Mexico State Attorney General, who told the governor he wouldn't defend her executive order in court. Her allies among the various gun control groups, knowing that the governor was giving the disarmament game away, maintained strategic silence. As if that wasn't enough, the governor was slapped with 6 different lawsuits in federal and state courts, while New Mexico lawmakers called for her impeachment. While all of this was underway, Second Amendment supporters came out and openly defied the governor by protesting while carrying firearms. Criminals, as expected, continued to indulge in their criminality, and the death toll from crime continued while the executive order was in effect. The final insult, however, is a sudden spike in gun sales in Albuquerque. An emergency order that banned the carrying of firearms in and around Albuquerque, New Mexico, appears to have backfired, as some gun stores in the city have reported that the prohibition has led to increased gun sales. Arnie Gallegos, owner of ABQ Guns in Albuquerque, said, "Today was the busiest day I've had in months. I've been getting a lot of people who have never come into a gun shop before, who are rightfully concerned about their freedoms. A lot of people are saying they can't rely on the police anymore, and they need to be able to protect themselves." Democratic Governor Lujan Grisham claimed guns to be a public health emergency and issued a blanket 30-day prohibition against carrying firearms in and around Albuquerque. The governor argued that the ban was needed to offer a cooling-off period into which authorities could address recent gun deaths. The owner of the gun shop BMC Tactical in Albuquerque said that he has also noticed an uptick in sales at his gun shop. People are upset. There is an attitude that the governor isn't respecting our rights. A clerk at the Albuquerque gun shop Right to Bear Arms said, "The governor and overreach by other Democratic leaders have inadvertently been an effective marketing tool for the firearms industry. We have seen a definite jump in traffic because people are nervous, and rightfully so, when they think their right to purchase a gun won't be around in the near future. There is definitely a joke in the gun community that the policies on the left are the greatest salesmen of all time." On Wednesday, U.S. District Court Judge David Urias issued a temporary restraining order on the governor's action on the grounds that it went against the recent U.S. Supreme Court rulings. The restraining order extends to October 3rd, when a hearing on the preliminary injunction request will be held. The owner of ABQ Guns also said he was relieved by the ruling, but in no way believes it to be the end of government leaders trying to encroach on people's liberty. This was a litmus test to see if they could get away with it. He said he tells everyone, if you want to preserve the Second Amendment, don't vote Democrat. The message is clear: don't let anyone take your freedoms in the exchange of promise for safety, because in the end you'll have neither. We have seen this repeatedly. Anytime a politician merely talks about gun control, let alone an executive order like the governor of New Mexico did, people automatically go out and buy more guns. You would think politicians would get it after watching the sales boom, but they consistently paint a picture of intellectual laziness and constitutional recklessness, or both. The New Mexico governor has all those lawsuits against her, and a temporary restraining order was put on her order until October 3rd. And then it all backfired on her when even people in her own party were against her ruling, and gun sales skyrocketed. And I know there's been an impeachment inquiry done, and hopefully they can impeach or recall the Constitution-hating governor of New Mexico. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about today's video in the comment section down below. And I appreciate everybody's support with the channel. You guys are always crushing it by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And I invite everybody back to see my next video.